Hey guys, have you ever had a faulty receptacle in the house that just works intermittently, sometimes shoots sparks? I know, I'm telling them. I know. I'm gonna show you how to swap that receptacle out, so stick around. So we're gonna come over here to the electrical in Walmart. What we're going to do today is change out a faulty receptacle. A few tools that you're going to need or possibly need, you may not need all of them. Voltmeter. Let me just push the camera down here. All right, you'll see flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, some end cutters, maybe some wire strippers, and some needle nose. First step in changing something like this out, you got to realize this is live. All right, and if this is a standard home, it's 110 to 125 volts coming into this thing. So that means, yeah, you take the screwdriver and stick it in there. Okay, so we're gonna take our voltmeter. You guys, I know my display is all messed up, so don't criticize me too bad. Okay, so we're just gonna put our prongs in there. So 121.3 volts. Oh! I told you. How about we disconnect the power now? So I'm pretty sure it's under the main lighting one for ours. It's gonna turn all our lights out. But you will notice, and this is also why I bring a flashlight, especially when videoing. So, all right, see if we can see our voltmeter. Gonna put our tongs in. That's 0. Yes, so we have verified we have no power on this receptacle. All right, so now it's safe to go ahead and proceed with changing this unit out. I hope we got enough light in here, because this taking the power killed my tripod halo light. All right, so we remove our faceplate. Okay, once you have the faceplate off, you're gonna notice you've got a screw on top, screw on bottom. You want to remove both of those. That can be done with a Phillips or a flathead screwdriver. All right, so what we're going to do with a Phillips screwdriver is I'm going to remove this wire from here. So you loosen this screw. The wire is in a hook shape that's been put around the screw. We'll get into detail with that in a second. So we're going to loosen all 3 screws that these wires are connected to. So one right there, your ground down here, the bare wire, and the black over on this side. So we're gonna loosen those and remove the receptacle.
I'm the brains of this here outfit.
Yeah, you look it. Guys, I actually came out to my shop, working in the hallway. It's pretty dark in there, so I was gonna show you if you're gonna change it out. Normally, what you'll have on this is a box in the wall that you won't be able to see any of this. These tabs will be punched out and your wire will be ran through there in the home. So if you're changing out your receptacle, it's going to look like that in there, and the wire will be up in behind it to these screws. Just got a piece of wire that's normally in your home. I've got this and stripped it back, the outer sheath. So you got 3 wires basically in your normal wiring for your home. So what we're gonna do, the black will go to the brass looking screws. The white will go to the chrome or silver looking screws, and then green down here at the bottom is always a ground. Green is ground. All right, you want to take some wire strippers strip off a little bit, not too much, but you can always cut more off. So we can take our needle nose, just take your time, and it always helps if you're in good lighting conditions. In the house, it's really dark, so you may want a battery-powered lamp or something. And you want that where it pops on, just like that. It's got to be tight on there, and then we take a Phillips or a flathead screwdriver and run that down. Move over to the other side. Go ahead and bend your wire. Kind of have to pull that down. Keep working at it, even when it's in the wall. It's a challenge sometimes, because I tell you, one of the most frustrating things is when you don't have enough wire to work with. It's like when this is in the wall and your receptacles here. I'll show you. Your receptacle is like this inside the box, and you loosen your screws and you go to pull it out and you get about this much out of the box, and you're like, you can't get any more to work with, and that is so frustrating. So it's one of the challenges you put up with. All right, so we've got that tightened down. Now we're going to make our loop on the ground. Always remember, green is ground, the green screw for the barrel wire. Just like that. All right, you really torque it down, but there's your connection to replace your existing receptacle. Now, if you're doing a light switch, I'll go ahead and tell you this. Same wire will still apply for a light switch, but you're wanting, I'll show you, you can see this one's silver and this one's brass. So black will go here, white will come out there, and then over here, there's your green. So it's the same principle, it's just a light switch. So instead of on each side of it, you'll have them on the same side on this one. But you're gonna run into different scenarios, different applications. You may have different runs. You'll have more of these that tie together, 2 whites, 2 blacks, you know, different ones. But I'm just showing you a standard swap for what I have in my house. So if you need to swap out a receptacle. All right, to put these back in, I always like to use a shorter Phillips screwdriver, because the flathead tends to slide off easier, and the longer, the chance you have to come off the screw and jab into the hot or well, any of it's hot inside there right now. So you want to be very careful if you're doing it this way. If you're having to put it back together, you can go turn the power off and do it like that. Just be sure you have adequate lighting to do the job right. I'm just showing you guys, I'm just being really careful right here. All right, so everything's back right there. Now we will take our faceplate, put it on. carefully, because even with this small screw that goes right in the middle, anything could jab in there. The screw could go in there, and you will create sparks, possibly trip the breaker, and get bit by it. That's why you always be careful around electricity. Okay, so now you're asking, how do I verify that the receptacle is going to work for me? Well, you can pull out the old trusty voltmeter like we done to verify that the power is off. Or you can verify by plugging a piece of equipment into. Yeah, okay. I got it.